servanda rebus sic stantibus. Treaty obligations must be performed in good faith. And besides, this is not a mere theoretical proposition. We have the concrete examples of Peru and other Latin American countries who reneged on their debts and immediately afterwards found, to their shock, that their official trade credits, official development assistance, and even scholarships and fellowships had all dried out. They could not even obtain imports of capital machinery and other necessary elements for domestic manufacturing. In other words, we do not live in an autarkic society. We are not economically self-sufficient. We contracted those debts. We are bound to pay them. The best we can do is maybe renegotiate or restructure the debt, maybe negotiate for debt relief in exchange for some blue chip we might be holding, maybe the military bases. But to renege on the debt is very short-sighted and in the long run very counterproductive.
So you would hold the line, even if you had some recalcitrant senators who keep pounding the desk talking about debt reduction and maybe some kind of unilateral action, you would hold the line, even against some people like groups like a foreign debt coalition that would be demonstrating in the streets. You would not agree to any kind of unilateral action insofar as debt is concerned, debt service is concerned.
I would not only stand firm, I shall exert myself to try and educate people who are apparently non-educable.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, would you maintain, would you preserve, would you continue the PCGG when you're elected president?
The PCGG is an idea whose time has gone. There is no idea as powerful as an idea whose time has come. But conversely, there is no idea as powerless as an idea whose time has gone. The PCGG belongs to the latter category. It must be retired and placed on the shelf.
What about all those pending cases?
Well, then you must have to wind them up. Just like corporate tenures.
Imelda Marcos, would you be in favor of her return here?
Oh yes, definitely, because she is a Filipino. She is therefore protected by the Bill of Rights. Article 3, Section 6 provides, neither shall the right to travel be impaired except in the interest of national security, public safety, or public health, as may be provided by law. So those who seek to prevent her return to the country must prove, one, that the prevention of her entry into the country is necessitated either by national security, public safety, or public health, and furthermore, they must prove in addition that there is a law that gives them the authority to do so.
Does it make a difference to you whether or not cases are actually filed right now, or would you allow her in whether or not the cases are filed?
I'd allow her in whether or not, because we have to ask ourselves, pursuant to the Constitution, does she represent jeopardy to national security? For if that is so, then the administration will be admitting that one person has the capacity to rock the security of the country. Who is this person? We want to see her. Or does she jeopardize public safety or public health? Does she suffer from some communicable disease? I imagine that's an open-ended question insofar as her critics are concerned. But I would resolve the doubt in her favor.
All right, we have a couple of minutes or maybe a minute or so left, and I'd like to give you free rein insofar as answering one question is concerned. You talk a lot about vision, and you talk a lot about how the Filipino should be in the future. What is your vision of the Filipino in light of all these problems we're having? We have a terrible reputation worldwide. We are known to be a people that allegedly cannot get its act together. We are known to be a people that squandered opportunities, dissipated resources, and probably not so good in terms of running things. We talk a lot, and we know how to talk about very well, and we're known to be good orators, good singers, but somehow when it comes to trying to make life better in this country, we fall short. How do you intend to change that, and what's your vision of the Filipino that's going to be a world citizen, a citizen of this particular, of this universe, 1992 and the 21st century?
It is said that adversity is a test of character. National adversity in which we find ourselves today will therefore be a test of national character. I would analyze the problem in this manner. What is wrong with the Philippines? Is it a dearth of natural resources, such as they suffer in Singapore, for example, which has zero natural resources, or like Hong Kong? Answer, no, because the Philippines is one of the world's richest appointed countries in terms of natural resources. God's munificence is almost endless in this tropical paradise. So we are rich in natural resources. Next question. Is it human resources that we lack? Are we born with some enfeeblement of the human mind or the human will that we cannot seem to progress? Answer. Some of our professionals are considered the best in the whole world. Filipino musicians are considered geniuses everywhere they perform, and so on. Again, the answer is, in terms of human resources, there is no lack. There is an embarrassment of riches. If we are rich in natural resources, if we are rich in human resources, then what is it that we lack? Why are we considered the tail ender in Southeast Asia and possibly the most corrupt government in Asia today? Why is this so? Answer, what is lacking in the Philippine scenario? What is not found in the Philippine landscape is a sense of shared destiny. That is what the next president of the Philippines must supply to his people, the sense of shared destiny. I hope I shall be able, not only because of will, but also because of my track record, what I have done in the past, be able to furnish this deficiency in the system. Okay. I would end by saying I am perfectly familiar in my consciousness with a warning that those whom the gods would destroy, they first attempt to run for president of the Philippines. So I hope I do not make a similar mistake.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for being with us in this 1 hour-long discussion of a lot of issues that we've tried to really go very, very quickly on tonight, but really as a way of showing your thinking on a lot of these very basic issues which affect the Filipinos. And I'd like to say that welcome back. You're back running again, and you're back in full swing. And I think many of the people that you direct your speeches and rhetoric to will have something to be concerned about in the coming months. So on that note, thank you very much, Miriam, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us this evening. Until next week. Thank you. Good night.
Momentarily, we bring you words of enlightenment in the 700 Club International.
This is GMA, the largest, the most powerful, the best. Now joining the ranks of the world's finest.